Estefani.
Hi, my name is Nikki.
Hi, my name is Melissa,
Hi, my name's Asla.
and we are doing our final video project on analyzing the identity of transgenders in our society today.
Rosie, what does the word transgender mean to you?
Definition-wise,
Definition-wise.
it means someone that doesn't identify with what they were assigned at birth anymore.
Okay. What do you think about transgender people? How do you feel?
I feel very closely related to them. Because of how I identify gender-wise. I think that I feel a lot of empathy because of what they have to go through in this life. Because it's also like a lot of what I have to go through. And I think that I'm very happy for people that can identify as transgender because it takes a lot to figure out that like that is what is making you unhappy. At least that's how it was for me growing up. That's how I feel.
Okay, thank you. And last question, did your political sensibilities ever transform based on Caitlyn Jenner's transformation?
Oh, no.
No?
I actually don't like her as a person at all. I mean, I have empathy for her struggle. And I will defend her in her transgenderism to the death. But I don't like her as a person, so I don't know. I feel like I already had a very like open understanding of transgenderism before I found out about Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay, thank you so much.
What does the word transgender mean to you?
The word transgender to me means someone that is born, with typical parts, parts that would make them technically like a certain sex, either male or female, but that the way that they feel and the way they identify doesn't match that.
Yeah, okay. What do you think about transgender people, personally?
I think it's really hard to answer a question like that because, I'm not transgender, so I feel like whatever it is they're experiencing is something that I could never completely understand. So I think, I take their word for it if that's their experience.
Yeah, I like that.
There's nothing I can say to tell them they're wrong because I have no idea. And there are enough people that are transgender that it seems like, okay, this seems like a real thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think your political sensibilities ever transformed based on Caitlyn Jenner's transformation?
I think it just brought it to the forefront of my awareness. I think I wasn't thinking about transgender issues very often, and then when that came up, I started thinking about it, and that's when I started, coming to conclusions about how I feel about it myself.
Yeah.
Before that, I don't know if I would have been able to give an answer because I just didn't think about it very often.
What does the word transgender mean to you?
The word transgender means that when one identifies themselves as the opposite sex. That's how I take or define transgender.
What do you think about transgender people in general?
In general, I don't mind transgender people. I believe everybody has their own way of, identifying themselves, and I don't have any problem with transgender people. I mean, I feel like we're all equal. So.
Did your political sensibilities ever transform based on Caitlyn Jenner's transformation?
Yes, because it actually made me see firsthand and understand more on why people, switch their gender. So.
From our interviews, we can conclude that different races in society that are more liberal and have an open perspective tend to have a neutral stance towards transgenders as a whole, but individuals who are not personally connected to the subject are incapable of understanding what it means to be a transgender.
People who identify as transgender or transsexual are usually people who are born with typical male or female anatomies but feel as though they've been born into the wrong body. For example, a person who identifies as transgender or transsexual may have typical female anatomy but feel like a male and seek to become male by taking hormones or electing to have sex reassignment